Hello.
I'm gonna click this and I'm gonna say, "Hi YouTube, how's it going? Waba here once again, with one of those pop-up mental health streams with a fellow content creator. Here today we have Blizzb3ar. Say hi and introduce yourself. Tell us all about you. What are your pronouns? All that other good stuff."
Okay. Hi, my name is Blizzb3ar with a 3 instead of an E. My pronouns are he, him. I am a variety content creator and I focus on kind of a lot of different content. Whether it's gaming content, just chatting content. I am also a Lego building streamer and I also cover true crime on my channel. So I tend to dabble in a lot of different places here on Twitch and on the other internet places. But I focus mostly on just creating a safe space for, queer folk, for BIPOC, just focusing on a vibe. And I think that explains me the best I can.
I don't know. I just called you the Chaos King, so.
Oh yeah, no, that works too. I'm the villain. I'm the self-proclaimed villain of Twitch.
We appreciate that. And also, you're a fucking problem, apparently.
Yes.
So, Blizz, tell us all about you. Tell us where you got your start in content creation. How did you come to be? What happened?
God, could you guess like where I started?
Yes.
What energy do I give off?
What energy do you give off?
Yeah. Like where do you think I started in terms of like content creation or just presence on the internet?
Probably Twitter, but I'm gonna be a meme lord and say Trovo and TikTok.
Oh, no, not Trovo. I also forgot that. Hold on, I'm gonna move all this stuff over here.
That's fine.
So I actually started from Tumblr. I am.
Oh, it makes sense.
I am a Tumblr kid at heart. I started from Tumblr, and then Tumblr started getting weird. I didn't leave because they removed the porn, but Tumblr was getting weird, and I was like, I'm gonna move over to Twitter, and I focused on like creating my Twitter like following and like tweeting basically minish shit that's like very out of pocket, but also very supportive and vocal about like queer identities and like BIPOC identities and stuff like that. So like it was completely, every tweet was just a 180 from the tweet before. Damn. But people started to like that, and I started to get like a following from it, and then some people from Tumblr would cross over and follow me on Twitter. And then I think around 5,000 followers, I decided to try Twitch streaming. And
that's wild.
I started on my Xbox with no camera. Just went live on the Xbox app, or the Twitch Xbox app, and played Stardew Valley. And I tried to do some Dead by Daylight, but it just wasn't fun for me, so I just stuck with Stardew Valley. Dead by Daylight is a fun game. It's just, it can get very tiring for me sometimes.
Yeah, that's
fair. It's like the same thing over and over again, where I'm just like,
cool.
But then, yeah, I kind of just started there. I got an Xbox, and then my community supported me a lot to the point where I could get like a PC, and I started PC streaming.
That's awesome.
Upgrading my equipment and stuff.
What year did you? Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I am no, you're so good, because it's a funny question, because we actually talked about this last night on stream.
Oh shit.
I am a product of the pandemic. I started in June 2020.
Same, actually. Yeah. Literally same.
It's my 2 years coming up actually on the 10th of June.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We're like 3 days apart.
You're the 13th or the 7th?
It's on my numbers channel. I'm literally gonna look it up right now, but I'm like, I know I started like end of June, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I kind of wanted, the reason I started doing this, I just kind of wanted to find other people who like looked like me or had similar identities to me, and also liked gaming. So I was like, hey, you like Stardew Valley? I do too. And the Stardew Valley community is so fucking
They're
nice.
Super nice. They're super sweet. I love Stardew. June 17th.
June 17th. Ooh, okay.
Week apart.
You're mid-June. Let's go.
Like all my friends, everyone that I know, and like this like graduating class of Twitch always started around June. It's wild. It's really cool.
It was fun, especially being in like in the pandemic, you're home alone anyway.
Yeah,
and,
true.
like, isolating, so like it made the world seem like less scary in that moment. And then some people like stuck around after the pandemic, and as the world started opening up more. And you know, we are those people who stuck around to continuing creating content, which is really cool.
That is really awesome, honestly. Yeah. When did you leave Tumblr? Because Frankie would know this more than I would, but I know there was like a bunch of like antis on Tumblr, and that's kind of a segment where it got super weird. I don't know a lot of Tumblr history, to be fair, so.
Yeah, I had Tumblr like all through college. I left Tumblr, I want to say around
15.
2017, honestly.
Wow, it's late.
2017, 2018. And then I stuck with just Twitter the entire time, and just started like grinding hard on Twitter, and like focusing on like tweeting and kind of gaining a following. I became cool with like gay Twitter, which was cool.
Yeah.
Also OnlyFans Twitter for some reason. I'm like, cool. I support y'all.
I mean, fuck yeah, we stand sex workers here, always.
Yeah, sex work is valid work.
Hell yeah.
But then I kind of found myself fitting in and falling into like the kind of activist role where being very vocal about certain issues, like especially with sex work, because
for sure.
a lot of people don't see OnlyFans creators as content creators, and I'm like, no, they are content creators. They are doing the
like
same
they're working hard too. You don't even realize it.
It's sex work, 100% is valid work. They're also content creating because you're watching their videos, and they're editing stuff and making sure like they get the views and like
advertising, marketing, branding, everything.
And I'm like,
all
that's so 100% valid, but 100% like vouching for them, vouching for other content creators. And then
absolutely,
Twitter just became a home for me. And then I realized my Instagram was slacking, so like now I'm on my Instagram grind.
Which is odd to me. Like I see Twitter. Oh man, I see Twitter very weirdly, because and like obviously this is like a matter of like curating who you're following and what you like interact with. But like I feel like Twitter can be very, very like what's the word I want to use? Like it's just very splitting, it's very divisive. It's either you're like super toxic Twitter accounts, Twitter people like commenting on you, or you're just like the most wholesome shit ever. Facebook is in a similar way, but I feel like it falls a lot more on the toxic level of like mass.
It's you're curating what you see basically.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there is a couple of things that Twitter does where you can see certain things based on your likes that are outside of what you normally would see, but it kind of just became a home for me in order to like connect with other creators.
That's fair.
What a lot of people say, like, which is very interesting, what a lot of people say with content creation is like, oh, make sure you have a Twitter. Like, if you're streaming on Twitch, make sure you have a Twitter. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I already have a Twitter, so it works out perfectly. And then Instagram's a little bit tough because sometimes I just don't want to post pictures.
That's
like,
so valid.
Of myself or of things, and I don't know what to put in my stories, and you can't necessarily. Here's a secret. You can't necessarily time your posts on Instagram. You could probably do it on desktop, but with Twitter, you can time your tweets.
Yes, you can.
So, like, sometimes I'll schedule stuff for like within the week, because sometimes I don't want to be on Twitter all day.
I feel that.
Maybe I'll have a good idea and I just like set it for a week later. Bam.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think it's clear that I probably don't know how to Twitter properly or Instagram properly.
It's hard,
but it's rough.
There's so many unspoken rules within social media. You have to learn on the learn on the spot, which I'm just like, okay, but like, what if I mess up?
Yeah, this is something that like I would genuinely ask you like off stream sometime. Be like, all right, Blizz, teach me all the rules. I'm just gonna write them down, then I'm gonna ask 7 more people.
I will sit here and tell you right now, I don't even know all the rules.
That's okay. You know 2 rules, and if I can ask 50 other creators, and maybe they'll also give me 2 other rules.
Will line up, and then
exactly.
Okay, perfect.
And then I can produce a video on it. I'd be like, I interviewed 50 creators on how to use Twitter, and this is what I came up with. You know.
Oh, that'd be good. I'd watch it because I also need those rules. What are other people saying?
It's a good idea. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down for myself.
Oh, gosh, I just hit my knee. But
Don't do that.
But it's been kind of a wild ride, especially like on Twitter as well, because I think I'm sitting at like 23K right now, where I'm like, damn, I didn't expect myself to be like that popular. I was such a nerd growing up. I mean, that is. I was a nerd growing up. I wasn't really like a popular kid, but I was academically popular. Like I hung out with all the smart kids who were also popular. But like never the cool kids. So it was a little bit difficult. So anytime I'm like, oh cool, I'm getting like all this fame and stuff, I'm like, what's happening? Am I famous? I'm not.
If you're not here, you missed Sticky again, part 3, Electric Boogaloo. Also, Professor Reject, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the Waba fam. Mental Health Talk Plays Queer Safe Space. How you doing? Juwan the creator, welcome in as well. Thank you for the Blizz Wavies. Not a bad YouTube either. Yeah, I like to think I can be decently good at YouTube when I try and put my mind to it. But good lord, I don't have the spoons for that shit.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I hired an editor.
I've hired an editor as well.
It's
so nice.
YouTube's a hit or miss, to be honest.
It is very hit or miss. I mean, the biggest video on my channel, the three biggest videos on my channel, one of them is a really stupid short my friend made, but they uploaded it as not a short, and it got like 5 times more views, and by 5 times I mean like 50,000 views, and I'm like, what the fuck? God. And I was already freaking out about 10,000 views on a short.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes. Get those views.
Yeah, it was wild. And then the other stuff was a speedrun I did a year ago in a game that nobody knows, but it's great because it has a niche audience. And now I can't even play it again anymore. It sucks, but I'm trying to get the world record, so I'm going to try to get it back again. Probably get a like virtual machine or some shit. Anyway, it's Jumpstart Adventure Mystery Mountain 3rd grade.
Like the game you would play when you were younger, like that Jumpstart. Oh my god, I love Jumpstart games. I had a bunch of Jumpstart games. I didn't know there was like a world record.
Yeah. Yes, there is. Jumpstart 3rd grade Mystery Mountain Adventures. It's where you're like Botley and you're trying to collect all like the robots from the past, and you got to get like clues and stuff. Yeah. I had the world record in that game, and then I told someone else about the strats and the perfect run, and then they executed almost the perfect run, so now I got to beat them. And I've been doing a spreadsheet of like all the mini games I'm getting, and I've been having really crap luck. So
I'm so like amazed by the speedrun community, because I don't understand, partially for me because I don't get it, but I just found out there was a Stardew Valley speedrun.
Yeah,
people do Stardew Valley speedrun stuff.
There's a lot of different categories of Stardew Valley speedruns. Someone, if you want to look into, because this is someone that I would want to like collab one day with Stardew, is what's it called? Unsurpassable Z. Yeah, that's his name. I love his intro because it's hilarious.
How would a collab for speedrun work? Like,
it would be like you all speedrun the same thing.
You're racing at the same time. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Or you do other, like he has a lot of very inventive video ideas that he does in Stardew Valley. Like that man has like creation on his mind 24/7, and I love it for him, honestly.
Now I'm sitting here like I should speedrun something I'm good at. I just recently played Poppy Playtime, and
you want to?
Honestly, I think I'm pretty good at Poppy Playtime from how I did those puzzles very quickly.
Blizzb3ar next world record Poppy Playtime runner. Let's go. I'm talking
a world near you.
Talking to a potential world record holder. I mean, I have 2 world records in the Jumpstart game, which is all mini games and 100%, because no one had done those. No one had done the 100% run, because the 100% run is 10 hours. I took 11.5 hours because I took breaks. I ate. I like chilled out. Like I took it real like chill and whatever. I didn't do any crazy skips. So like I said at the end of that run, I'm like, this could easily go down to 10 hours if I had discipline about it, but I'm not going to do that unless like someone breaks it.
That's wild to me, because I don't know. You should probably just change your name on like Twitter or something. Like world record holder awesome. So whenever I win an award, I'm changing my name to award winning.
Award winning. That's right.
Just you wait. Once I get my one award, it's gonna happen.
We just got a creator award for you. And then win it. That's it.
Wait,
It's so simple.
right. Hold on.
It's so simple.
Oh, wait,
You're overthinking it.
I think you broke the code. What the hell?
I mean, come on. Alex has her mayorship, Alex Normaki, right? And she gets to hold a presidential election every single year, and guess what? She wins because she's the only person on the vote. So she's award winning. There you go. Easy clap.
So I need to scam people.
Yeah.
Like Alex.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So Alex is a scammer. Is that right?
I that's not what I said. That's what you said.
Interesting.
That's a decision that you made.
I'm here to start drama with other creators.
All right, listen. I saw your freaking court thing.
There's a court thing. There's a cancel list is also what I do now.
Oh my god.
I do like I try to tie in creators randomly for no reason. Just because I'm like,
yeah, just bring them in.
Just
add them. Just add them.
Just add them. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
You. Fuck you.
Hey, fuck you.
It's all your fault.
Like,
you caused
what did
this.
I don't know. You did enough. Now you're on my shit list.
I have a question. Who would be your dream collab partner? Who'd you love to have a collab with?
So that's hard. That's a hard one. The thing is, I've met so many people I met so many people in 2022, or like interacted with a bunch of people in 2022, where now my dream collab, I have to think of someone different.
Oh shit! Who was it?
So there were a couple creators that like I look up to in terms of like the content that they do and how they moved within their opportunities and positions and just career. So one of those people who is one of the most watched true crime streamers on Twitch is Big Boss Bows.
Ooh, okay.
I've watched Big Boss Bows content since Smosh, since JK News.
That's wild.
Now onto Twitch, and like they're literally bumping with like 11K people watching them cover true crime. So
that's
I'm just
awesome.
like, holy shit! Like this is how I would love my like true crime streams to be like, because it's so cool. But I recently had the opportunity of like talking with them on Twitter, because we realized we have so many mutuals in common and like we do similar things, and I'm like, that's so cool. And then another person who I would watch a lot in Achievement Hunter is Fiona Nova. Fiona Nova has been working with Achievement Hunter and then moved on to be a host for G4, and I'm like, that's so
pretty
cool.
cool.
Like,
that's really cool.
Inspiring to be a part of that. And like, you know, one day I want to be a part of doing something very similar, like being a host of a show or being a part of like a company like, you know, Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter. Like that would be poggers, I guess.
You should just at them and be like, hey, got any employment openings? I'm a whole problem.
I've done guest work with them.
No, I know.
4 times, so I can't.
It's really cool. Still,
I'm sticking my foot in.
You should.
Like, hey, what's up?
Stick that foot into the potato salad of G4.
Look, hey, I'm trying to slide in, but I think it'd be a cool opportunity, and also
absolutely.
This is my career, so like creating content, producing shows, producing things is a career that I want to pursue. So I don't know. I think that's kind of where I'm at.
That's really cool. I was gonna follow up and say, is this currently your full time?
Yes, I'm a full-time content creator.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
It's awesome, but also it's awesome,
scary.
but not necessarily consistent if you think about it.
Nope, subs ain't consistent income,
it's
unfortunately.
Not a consistent thing, and you run into a lot of issues here and there. And like thankfully, like I've been blessed with having like an amazing like supportive community, and also having sponsorships and like one-offs with companies. But it's a scary risk to go full time. Like you're really kind of putting faith in the world to keep you afloat, and also faith in yourself to keep yourself afloat. Because there's a lot of situations, especially turning a hobby into a career choice. Because this was a hobby for me, and now it's like still a hobby, but it's also a career choice at the same time. turning that into a career choice, you still run into issues of like a normal job, like a normal 9 to 5, where
Yeah.
you might have burnout if you keep going in every day and like constantly giving in your all, not taking a break or anything like that. Although the times may not be you starting from 9 to 5, for me personally, it's me. What time do I start? 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. It's still like difficult. It's still difficult to do, and it's one of those things where if I talk
discipline,
about
right?
It's one of the things where if I talk about content creation to someone who doesn't know what it is, they're just gonna assume, oh, you play video games and that's all you do. That's your entire job. And I'm like, no. There's a lot more that goes into content creation.
Yeah.
As a career than just playing a game and then having your camera on. Like it's a lot more, and that is content creation in some sense too, where there are people who just turn the camera on and play video games and that's it. That is still a valid way of doing content creation. For majority of us though, it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like I tweeted something about that like 2 months ago, and I got accused of gatekeeping what content creation is, and I was like,
yeah, I saw that, I think.
Okay. And people being like, well,
cool.
all I do is turn on my camera and stuff like that. I was like, no, that's not true, because you also keep up your social media status and reply to tweets. You also set up links for people to find you on different platforms, stuff like that. And like, you're putting in all this extra work, but you're not seeing that you're putting in this extra work when it comes to creating content. So
see, I'm very, very purposeful in being open about everything I do. So I tell people, like, there's a point to this. There's a point to Mental Health Monday. There's a point to the whole atmosphere. This is why I constantly repeat stuff ad nauseum to folks. Like, I don't care if people have heard it 50 million times before. I'll say, welcome into the Mental Health Talk Place, Career Safe Space. You know, I have all these little slogans and stuff, but it's become so automatic for me because that's also it is me. Like, my brand is me, very much so. Yeah. I'm very much variety, but I focus on, I say peer support first, variety gaming second, and I will stop stream to help someone and like make sure someone feels loved and appreciated and supported here. Yeah, and that's what I do. So
that is a lot more than, you know, turning on your camera and gaming. And that's content creation still.
And I'll be honest, like, I've had days where I felt like I basically just turn on my camera and turn on a game and been like, I'm low spoons today. But like, even in that, like, people found comfort in like that I was being real with them, you know. Obviously there's a limit to that as well, but yeah, it's more of a conversation. But yeah.
But even like being there for those individuals is a lot more than just doing that. So that's why I'm just like, I understand if it comes off as that I'm gatekeeping what content creation is.
I don't think you are. Not. I don't think it was.
I'm really not. But I'm just asking for people to actually realize
think about it.
The stuff that they put in.
Become aware of what you're doing.
Just become aware of what you're doing, because you are doing a lot. Technically, But
I honestly thought the conversation, that particular Twitter conversation, I didn't participate in it, but I thought it was actually going to go in the direction of like, what did I think? I lost it. I don't know. Something.
Direction.
I mean, yeah, it was just mostly just kind of like, I was thinking like you're probably gonna like, go off about like various tips of like, you know, behind the scenes stuff that you have to struggle with and that people don't realize is like a struggle and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, so it could have gone in that direction. I'll 100% agree, could have. There's a point sometimes where I'll look at the comments and people will already know, so I don't necessarily have to discuss anything. And there were some comments where people were like, well, this is what I do, and then I would respond, or one of their viewers would respond and say, actually, I would disagree on you on that, because this is what you also do, because I've been a part of your streams. And I'm like, damn, y'all are fighting your own content creator right there.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna let you do it, because
no, that's a good thing though.
Anyway,
you want that to happen.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't need to do anything else with this tweet, because there are people who are, you know, really understanding their impact in this like internet world, and how it's such a good positive thing, because you have your viewers
Absolutely.
coming in vouching for you, being like, actually. So
Actually,
I think
get fucked.
good. Actually,
You do all these cool
you
things.
do all these cool things plus L plus ratio. Um, then I'm like, cool.
Thanks for ratioing me, Blizz.
But there's like, I don't know, with the internet, again, it gets tiring sometimes. So like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm off Twitter.
Super tiring.
Sometimes I schedule things. Sometimes
Good.
I mute conversations or tweets.
You should.
Especially if like things get very bumping. There was something that popped off recently. The whiteboard thing was funny, so I kept that unmuted. But there was it happened a month in March actually, where I called out Ninja.
Oh shit.
I called out Ninja for
Your first mistake.
First mistake. Called out Ninja for giving a really bad advice, in my opinion.
Oh
which is
yeah,
calling
it
out
was
your lurkers.
really stupid.
The internet saw that,
Yeah.
hopped on it, started commenting, trying to tear me apart or tear Ninja apart. It doesn't
Right.
matter. Articles started putting me in their articles about the whole situation.
I would have contacted Twitter verification at that point, be like, "Hey, there's articles written about me."
Okay, that is so weird, because Twitter's
They don't.
I've applied. I know. I've applied
they
like
don't.
3 times, and I'm like, hi, I have articles about me from verified sources that you have verified on your own social media or your own platform, and they're like, nope, you're not the top grossing content creator in your region. And I was like, I don't know what that means, to be honest. I'm on the East Coast. I live in Maryland. I don't know what that means. So
U.S.
yeah, it's probably just like U.S. or like East Coast.
Sorry, you don't make us enough money. How am I gonna make you money? What?
Yeah, I was like, what? I don't get that. Okay, but
Just tell them that you have 2,000 consecutive subs for the past year, even though you don't. It's fine.
I don't. But would be
I don't
nice.
know.
And
I don't fucking keep track of your subs.
I don't either.
You probably should for your taxes.
Yeah, I did my taxes.
You have a spreadsheet of business expenses. You better.
I do.
I'm gonna bonk you if you don't. Good.
Yes, I do. 100%. I know everything that I buy and like what works. Anyway, but the most important thing of this conversation is I called out Ninja, and that kind of sparked like a weird situation that I'm not completely new to, but like I would get like a bunch of like I don't want to say a bunch of death threats, but there were at least 2. 2 death threats, and people coming after me because Ninja's fans are the most supportive beings.
I mean, they're Ninjas fans.
They're Ninja's fans, and I'm like, cool, didn't see this one coming. I just didn't realize that my tweet was blowing up that much until I like went to bed and woke up, and I was like, oh, there's 11,000 likes on my tweet. Oh, fuck. And it just wasn't like something I was like, I don't want to spend my time or energy on this, especially like with a lot of marginalized creators, especially on Twitch. We are still to this day dealing with being follow botted, hate raids, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Like I have no time to deal with someone trying to send me death threats and like stuff like that. Like, I know you're 13 at the end of the day, and you found your way into my Instagram requests, sending a message, because I still have my requests on, but only friends can like truly inbox me. So I'm just like, what was the point? Hopefully you got what you wanted, but like, what was the point? Because I came after a fave of yours that doesn't even know that you exist. Okay. Cool. But
want to talk about parasocials then next? Because like, that's literally what that is.
Parasocial is like a scary topic, and it's like something that
really
we're all, yes, because I think it's something that is still blurred to this day, even though we talk about it so much.
Oh, I love talking about it. I'm not scared about it. I'm not scared about it because I don't know. I'm just such an open and just honest person with my whole community here. Like, but I also like am really great about setting boundaries. At least I think I am. And like I will not have problems telling people, no, we're not talking about that. No, this isn't something to ask here, or like, no, that's not right. You know. I liked, again, Alex Naramaki, big fucking fan, big friend. she made two great threads on it. And I think I made a video about it as well. But it was basically just like, just be honest with yourself, be honest with like the expectations of your fans, of your friends, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay to let people know, like, hey, I'm not your friend, I'm an entertainer.
Yes. And that's like something that I try to do while live sometimes. I'm like, at least get to know a little bit about me, or at least be about part of my community for a little bit before jumping into questions of like, I don't know, just like kind of very personal stuff.
Can I put my balls in your jaw?
Yeah, like something like that.
I don't know, some shit like that, yeah.
Or even complimenting me, like, if chat were to be like, hey daddy or something like that, unless you've been a part of my community for like a week,
you don't get to call me that.
Yeah. And like I noticed, I remember a lot of my viewers like by name.
Same.
And I'll be like, oh, this person I remember them because like I associate their name with this, and they mentioned this in chat this one time, and it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. And it's sometimes people get too comfortable on the internet, and I've had conversations with them. But a lot of the times when I have conversations with people, I'm like, hey, just a heads up, like, I think this might be getting like a little bit too comfortable, like we don't really know each other or anything like that. They've understood. There are some people who don't understand, they don't respect boundaries, and they don't last very long in the community, to be honest with you. So
no, and that's probably fine and for the best, because they might feel awkward because they overstepped a line, and it's like, well, that's on you, that's a you problem, you know, don't make it a me problem, or don't make it like a community problem, or they try to drag me or something.
They completely lash out, and
and then it's just like, all right, well,
the problem, and I'm like, no one's the problem here. I just wanted to talk to you about a situation and then move forward from it, but okay.
Yeah, like, why can't we just be adults and talk and communicate? But you want to, like, drag shit out into, like, public and... What? No. No. Like, no. Swerve.
That's something I deal with a lot, to be honest, is a lot of people wanting to start drama online. At this point, it depends on what the topic is, but there's a fine line between what drama is and what trauma is. So when I say like start trauma, that's basically someone trying to I don't know, potentially attack my identity or attack who I am or something like that. Or something
like they'll be like, oh, you can't be an ally because XYZ thing that you said on stream once out of context. Like that kind of shit. Yeah. I'm okay, so I'm very weird in this way, and maybe I'm gonna regret my words later.
No.
When I get to it, when I get to as big as you are currently. But like, dead ass, I am waiting for the fucking day someone tries some shit with me like that, because I'll just be like, really? Here are the fucking receipts. I don't give a shit.
It's very frustrating, and I'm not gonna talk about my issue too much, because I'm completely not bringing that energy into any other space. But what I will say, it is a little bit frustrating, especially when you have a space where you can be so open and you ask for your community to take account of, or to help you take accountability, and know what like you've done wrong, if you have done something wrong. It's someone who's like, I can't apologize for something I don't know I did wrong, because that's not a
exactly.
You should never ever in your life accept apology from someone who doesn't understand that they did something wrong. So I'm just sitting here like, okay.
And this did happen. Yeah. It's funny, this did happen to me before, where someone brought forth an issue to me that they said that they had been experiencing in my community for a long while. And I'm like, what do you mean for a long while? And it was like some really bad shit. And I'm just like, why the fuck did you not tell me or tell mod? Like, I literally like say all the time, if you have any problem at all, please let me know. Please let the mods know. Please talk to me. Like,
yeah, because at the end of the day, I never want to make someone feel uncomfortable for something. But also, if this is an issue, I would love to nip it like in the butt right away and learn from it and continue moving on, creating a better space for individuals,
as many people as possible. Yeah,
I was like, okay, if you, I personally am a type of person where I'm like, let me know, like you can message me like one-on-one, or you can message a mod, or you can bring it in the Discord, which is completely fine. But if you are someone who is just putting shit on Twitter, to me at that
Right.
point, it just kind of seems like you're in it for the drama, and you're not really in it for you're not
To
really
find
in
a
it for
solution.
someone to compromise or find a solution, or for someone to actually take accountability
Or justice, or whatever you want to call it.
Like, again, I'm someone who enjoys taking accountability. I don't
Absolutely,
mind,
same.
if I fuck up, cool.
Call me out.
Accountable, please.
This is what I've told people as well as actually this is in relationship to the parasocial stuff.
Yeah.
Because people have asked me before, like, how do I know if like someone online is like being genuine, kind of thing, you know, because that's definitely a concern.
Yeah.
Because I've talked a lot about how I got in that, like, you know, first new streamer trap of like follow sport for sport, you know, kind of really weird communities like that. You know, and there's only like a few tips that I basically learned, but effectively, you know, if someone is willing to, I think if someone is willing to take accountability for their actions and, you know, just take responsibility for what they say and what they do and who they hurt, and if they, you know, make a effort to mend rather than make an effort to just cover up or gaslight or whatever, then you have a more genuine person there. But I think it becomes very obvious, and I don't think people can like pretend to be someone they're not for more than like 6 months or so. So
yeah, it's you have to pay attention mostly to the words that they say in an apology, and also their actions moving forward from it too. Because like someone can apologize and then completely do the same thing the next, I don't know, 2 days.
I've seen people do such hollow apologies because they can't keep their shit together to like make a PR apology. Because they'll just be like, well, I'm sorry that you got hurt by like my silly little fucking joke. I'm just trying to have fun. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I like make fun of people. Yes, I make fun of people for apology videos sometimes because I tend to dissect them. I've been kind of in like the YouTube world for a very long time and have seen multiple apologies from very popular creators.
Similar. I've done parodies of them before on stream.
Same. And there's like, I don't know, one recently that I think so Milady Confetti did a parody of an apology video, and my response literally was, this is more of an apology than James Charles could ever do, or something like that.
Damn.
Like, I'm like, okay. But I don't think a lot of creators do apologies well. I want to say the only person that I know that has done an apology pretty well is Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles literally did a great job taking accountability and also taking the narrative for herself.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, that's you mentioning that earlier. I was like, cool that you said that, because that's something I can 100% relate to in terms of people wanting to start drama on the internet. Instead of actually being like an adult and handling things.
Unfortunately, that does. I'm gonna probably run into that more and more. And like, I definitely have an 18 plus space here, but I know I have people that are not 18, and that's fine as long as they're like cool. And that, you know, and my Discord is marked 16 plus also as well. So like, just like more safe gates, and good Lord, you don't have to join it, but I'm just telling you, I super fucking gayed my Discord, and I highly recommend anyone else to do this. Blizz, you want to take some tips real quick? You don't have to like actually do everything, but like, you can't do shit. You can have every fucking role in the world, but you can't do shit in my Discord if you join.
I did
you literally can't do anything.
I did
until me or Ahmad gives you Waba fam role, and that's it. You're locked.
We had issues
because we had a raid once and it was shitty.
Yeah, we had issues. What's it called? Also, that's my mod. Don't mind them.
I'm minding them.
We had an issue last Pride, I want to say. Where people were hate raiding. I've been hate raided, I want to say, over 5 times now, so it's a little bit confusing.
Pog.
But I'm like, which one am I talking about? But we got hate raided in June of 2021, and this is like reaching my like 1 year streaming situation, and first Pride that I've ever celebrated on Twitch. And
sticky.
They hate raided into my Discord, and my Discord wasn't protected because I didn't have the first gate. Now is what I call it now. which is you can't do
Naruto
anything
first
until
gate.
you get the role that lets you into the community. And after, when you first walk in, all you can see is like announcements and that's
Yes, I know. I mean, I literally in your Discord, I had to wait like 3 days to be let in.
We let in people like manually, and then if you just like come in a chat and be like, hi, I didn't get let in and I've been here for a bit, mods are like, say less, hold on. And then like you're like, you're good now, okay, cool.
See, I do a whole intro question thing where I tell people you have to answer these questions. This is the only interaction that I force on people who want in my Discord.
Yeah.
Is that you have to answer questions and you have to like say with your fucking chest Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. There's
Like-
there's also like a lot of people just introduce themselves too in our community. They're like, hi, by the way, this is me, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
sure.
For the most part, people who join the Discord are also subs. So that's an easy indicator for me sometimes where I'm just like, oh, you've been a tier 1 sub in this channel for a bit. Yeah, let me just let you know. But for the most part, like, yeah, I'm kind of nervous about Pride this year too.
I'd be nervous too, honestly. I feel like they're gonna ramp up. I mean, they always ramp up again.
They do, and I'm seeing a lot of things on Twitter now. I don't know if you know, like Milady Confetti, but Milady Confetti has been like follow botted, hate rated. Another creator has been follow botted today, and it's like it's kind of already starting, and it's kind of already pissing me off because I don't want to start going into Pride already pissed off because I'm like we're supposed to be celebrating and like learning and being happy and stuff like that. But
it's
there's
rough.
always going to be people trying to tear us down for multiple reasons, obviously. But it just kind of sucks because I have to go on super high like alert during June.
Same.
And it's also our stream anniversary and stuff like that. So we want to.
You just want to chill.
To worry about so much.
I mean, you have Seribot set up, yeah?
No, I don't have Seribot. I have a different bot. And then I also have mods that run so many scripts.
You don't have Seribot?
I don't have Seribot. No.
You should.
What does Seribot do?
You don't have Blizz.
What does Seribot do?
I'm genuinely angry at you right now. I want you to understand that.
What does Seribot
Go do it right now. Go to Seribot right now. Get it right now.
No, wait. Tell me what it does.
I'll tell you what it does, but you're gonna get it right now on stream.
I'll think about it.
Okay, listen. It literally blocks 99% of hate rates. I was a mod for Wreck-It Raven literally during that whole hashtag Twitch gets better thing.
Yeah.
And she got Seribot. The day she got Seribot, she got hate rated. No more than 2 messages into the hate raid. Immediately Seribot just auto bans all the users that were part of the hate raid. Deleted message, clear chat, emote. It didn't do emote only. It didn't even have to because it just auto banned and blocked every single hate raider. Just boom, gone. In literally 5 seconds, I was screaming at my computer because I was in mod view, and it was I don't like using this word, but it was literally insane. It was completely off the fucking rails.
I mean, yes,
and it's beautiful.
Also, I have something similar. So like,
you have.
I know something similar that's a little bit different, but it's similar to
Fossa.
It worked out.
I have Fossa bot. I have Kratos bot. I have Posada bot. Get Posada bot as well. Might be good for you.
Many bots.
Yeah. I have so many mod bots. I have so many protections, and I'm white, and I have so many protections.
Yeah.
But like,
there's a lot of
fucking trust it.
I have like a bunch of protections and also a bunch of like. We've banned over, in my account, we've banned over 700,000 like accounts.
Yeah. There's also a list of, you've probably banned it already. There's a list, yeah, from Commander Root.
A lot of things that, if someone has a list or something, I get it very quickly because a couple of my mods are the first people that get reported to have this information. I don't know if you know Hackball. Hackball has been a part of the Washington Post to talk about hate raids and stuff like that. That's one of my mods since day one.
Yeah.
So like, we're usually on it all the time. So
that's
like,
fair.
Yeah, I get it. Seribot is very helpful and stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
No.
But like,
apologize.
I literally when like someone who I know just doesn't have it, I'm just like, listen, if you have if you have other stuff that's cool, but it's just like Seribot just shuts shit down fucking instantly.
Seribot is really cool, and Siri codes is really sweet.
Siri codes is super sweet. So you knew about
like,
it.
No, I know about it, but I was
Okay.
like, wait, what does it do? And does it do something that I
Yeah.
already have in place?
You might already have it, but you know what?
Yeah.
Listen, just double
But
up. It's fine.
double. I mean, hey, double.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
To anyone who is a creator who also needs something, also get Seribot. Seribot is really good.
Get Seribot. I have PasadaBot personally because I don't shy away from like politics talk, so I get occasionally people from politics channel, and that's where PasadaBot comes in from. Yeah. They're mostly on like left-wing type-ish channels, and it'll tell you where someone's like banned in. And I think like my ban like threshold is like 5 or something, 3 or 5. So if someone is like already banned in 5 streams, they'll get automatically banned. That actually happened to someone's guest or someone else from someone else's community that had a guest on. And it was like PasadaBot's like, hey, this person's banned on one channel. And they're like, no, I'm not. We talked it out.
No, it's definitely do what you can to protect your community.
Always.
Majority of the time when people do get hate rated or follow botted or anything like that, the most minimal to do is please mark when you did get hate rated and mark when it ended. That way you can use Commander Root. Commander Root is very helpful as well in removing, banning, and
Commander Root's so great.
Communication with accounts that are trying to harm you or anything like that. Because I've been through it. I've been through the ringer. So like, I get it. Please download these bots and please make sure you're doing what you can.
This is Blizz knows as much as I do. This is like this background other stress that we deal with as creators and as queer content creators. It's just like we know it's coming. So it's gonna happen, and I've told my community like the way we're gonna respond is we're just gonna laugh.
Yeah, the thing is, what we do and what we've started doing is we just pull our like knives out. Like people just spam the Blizzb3ar like knife now, where they're like, okay, we're holding down the fort, let's go. And I'm like, y'all, all right, well, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break real quick and just deal with something real quick and like protect my energy for a second. Y'all play this game, bye. And then we come back and I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. Everything's good now. Everything's gone. You don't have to worry about it. But yeah, no, it sucks. It really does, because that's something I have to consider going into June. And like I already have the protections set in place, but like I gotta double check and everything now. And I have like 2 days, so it's weird. It's Pride, but like I'm counting down, and it feels like it's a deadline type of situation. When I'm supposed to be like joyous, but instead I'm on guard.
I get it. Yeah. See, I mean, also setting up like a hate raid like response button if you have a stream deck, for instance, super useful.
Do that, and if you
do that for yourself, if you don't know, if you don't know how to do what I do, because like we have Seribot, but I also have fast fingers. So like, if God forbid if we actually get anything bad, I could just go like.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I quote this creator correctly because I don't want to.
And then done. It's over. Like, I could have typed that faster also. I feel bad that I typed it slow, but I can do it super fast. So
yeah.
But sorry about. So I do followers 10 emote only usually. That works. So
yeah, if you need help with like setting up how to do a hate raid or how to have a hate raid button,
there's like please post links.
Stephanie has an amazing. I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Now you can post it in chat. Sorry.
Okay.
What's up?
Stephanie has an amazing link that you can use for it, and then also a lot of creators have added their own personal spins. Like Julian Cito has a personal spin quoting Stephanie's YouTube video. Cleopatra Jones also has a couple of things that you can add on to the hate raid stuff to make sure you furthermore like protect your community and stuff. So it sucks sometimes because I kind of feel like it's on the job. It's now the job of the creators to figure out something because Twitch isn't doing anything. They did start implementing like monitor stuff.
Yeah, they did like the whatchamacallit, you know, like the email verification, other stuff like that. Also, turn your links off. I VIP'd you specifically just so you could post a link, by the way.
Yes.
Turn your links off.
Turn your links off.
Turn your links off this month.
mods
Yeah.
and VIPs, and that's it.
I turned it off recently because of the mass shooting and people were trying to share the video around. And like already as it was, like I had a few people that literally their only message in chat was trying to share a link, but it blocked it out. So I don't even know what it said. And I kind of hate that it just blocks it out entirely, because on BTTV you're able to like see like deleted messages and stuff in other people's chats, but you can't see links no matter what if they get blocked, if they get auto blocked, which sucks. Sucks for me because I kind of want to know what they were trying to post, but
Yeah,
it's whatever. It's not a big deal because I don't fucking come back and I just, all right, I ban you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So I'm sorry, my camera's being very quirky right now. For some
Your
reason.
camera's been fine.
Okay, cool. But yeah, just make sure you're moving towards like June. You're good. Please and thank you. Do you have any other questions? Because I completely feel like you had a question. I did not answer it, but maybe I did answer it.
I have many questions, Blizz. I can come up with questions on the spot.
Oh God. So you're dangerous. I hear that.
I am very dangerous, but I've been trying to ask you very safe questions. I feel I've been trying to like not make you feel so put on the spot and uncomfortable.
Oh, I mean, if you don't have safe questions, that's also fine too. I'm pretty much of an open book, and this is an interview, so I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a hostile event. No. Like on T-Belly, just to give you some context to what we were talking about, because I think you came in mid-conversation. We were talking about, like, because we're both, like, queer content creators, during Pride Month, we have to be a little bit more on edge and defensive regarding, like, kind of hate raids that happen a lot, especially during Pride Month. So they kind of more specifically they ramp up, they get more active, and they target a lot of creators, including Black creators, including queer creators, and all the whole 9 yards. Pretty much anyone, any marginalized identity. Basically, if you're not cis white male, then they're probably going to target you. So,
yeah.
And unfortunately, I have been a target of hate raids before too. Funny enough, but yeah, it's real and it sucks. But it's fine. I always tell my chat, just laugh, just fucking heart. Fucking WabaStreams pride him out. There you go.
Yeah.
Just be like, no. We're not going to let hate win. Love wins.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, exactly what JV said. So yeah, welcome in, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself out there. Blizz, let me ask you a dangerous question. Have you ever run with scissors before?
Yes, when I was 2, and I feel bad about it.
Blizz, how are we going to hold 2-year-old you accountable for these actions?
Don't know. I haven't done it since.
So you obviously want to make your full-time content creation, being an entertainer. Do you have something in your mind? Because I think a lot of us do. But do you have some position or some role or some like thing that you do in your mind as in your brain you've made it, say so to speak? Because just personally to me, I feel like you have made it, but you're also still going. I mean, like, obviously you're still going, but like to me, you're like you're at a really good level right now,
Yes. Okay. So,
like to me, you know what I mean? Like to me, you're big, right?
Yeah, I get it. God, yes and no to this question, because success to me is defined in a very weird way where it's not necessarily seen through like numbers or revenue, basically, but more of impact on people. I want to make sure I'm impacting people for the better.
Yes.
And if at the end of the day I get one person telling me like, hi, this actually really helped me, like this stream helped change my life, or this community helped change my life, or I had your stream on in the background and I just aced my fucking test, and I'm like, let's go. But that is success to me, but I still want to continue growing and doing more things, like having like more of an audience, maybe growing in numbers and stuff like that. I don't want to necessarily be the next XQC. I'm okay.
We don't even have to talk about numbers, because I agree completely, and I share that same goal with you, is that I want people to have come out from my streams and from my content having a net positive impact on their life. I'm not trying to be a hero, but like, if it fucking helps you.
Hero. It's also kind of weird
happy.
sometimes putting a content creator in the hero role.
Yeah.
Which is why I give myself the villain role. Villain role allows me to make mistakes and also take accountability when I make those mistakes. But with the hero role, sometimes when you idolize a creator so much, you just start seeing them as perfect and not a human whatsoever. Like,
right.
They can't make a mistake or anything like that. And at the end of the day, we're all humans and we all make mistakes.
Yes.
So like having someone in that seat is a little bit unfair sometimes. So I try my best. Like there are certain creators that I've interacted with where I'm like, I want you to know, like you're someone who has impacted how I do things with my own career or how I see my future and stuff like that. But
what did I do?
Wait, what happened?
What did I do? You said I was someone.
Oh, so yes. Hold on. But just in general, I said I've met creators.
Oh, okay.
In general.
Good. Okay,
but
as long as it wasn't actually me.
If you wanna bring that, then yes, because like also the way like you openly talk about mental health on stream is a very impactful thing and something. Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I mean I do that all the time, like 24/7. I do that. I'll take credit for that, but nothing else.
Do we have? I don't think we have enough time to unpack everything that you're saying right now.
What? What do you mean?
Okay.
Would you like to explain it to me?
Explain it to you?
Explain like I'm 5, yeah.
Like what you're saying right now?
What you're saying about me?
About you?
Yeah.
Not accepting, like if I were to say something continuing and you'd be like, I'm gonna continue and we're gonna work on that because you are an amazing content creator doing cool stuff and talking about mental health, keeping the atmosphere open to talk about, you know, other people and how they're feeling and their emotions. So that's important, and that's something that you can apply to your own content if you are a content creator wanting to create a similar space to that, or like moments to that, or moments like that in your channel. So yeah, you do that.
Points to tweet. Points to my own tweet. Ats me at my own tweet. Yeah, no, I'm not a real content creator. That's ridiculous. I've never influenced anyone.
If I had a bonk button connected to my microphone right now, I want you to know I would hit it. But what I am saying though is that there are sometimes I feel like we give content creators the hero role, and it's a little bit unfair because it doesn't really leave room for them to make mistakes.
Right. No, and that's why I'm so real with everyone here, because like I am gonna make mistakes, and that's okay. Yeah,
it's. I see my mom just saying he keeps dropping hints that he's bi, and I'm like, I just every stream where I'm like, just by the way, I'm bisexual, and they're like,
Blizz, are you bisexual?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with, man. Like,
what are you, a BYU student?
Like,
what?
BYU student?
Yeah.
Where the fuck?
Yeah, you know, you've seen those TikToks that are like, how do you feel about women rights?
Oh no, yeah, I have. Oh no.
The BYU students like, well, I just don't know. Like, I don't know if it's for me or something like that. I
don't know if it's for me.
I don't know.
Listen.
But yeah, it's success is very different. My therapist thinks I'm famous. I haven't told her that I'm not, because I'm not famous. No, I told her I'm not famous whatsoever, and she's like, but you were on a billboard, and I'm like, sometimes it's hard for me to process the cool things that I've done. It takes me like a week to process.
Same, Blizz, same.
I'm like, oh, I did
constantly.
that cool thing. I'm proud of myself, and I'll say it a week after it's already happened and done, and I'm like, okay. Cool.
It's gonna take me my entire move, and until I get back to streaming, to be like, wow, I was really proud that I actually got fucking Blizz on Mental Health Monday, and he complimented me. What the fuck? Who?
But it takes a hot minute for me to realize, you know, everything that I have done, and yeah, like I can sit here today and be like, I'm successful. I do see myself as a big creator, but I do fall into like the oh, you're comparing yourself to other people now because you're like, oh, but you're not so and so, and I'm like, I'm not, but I feel like I am making waves for an audience or waves for people who are similar to me or identify similar to me. So like I'm just like, yeah, no, I kind of see myself as big.
I don't think you have to necessarily be like the first trailblazer, so to speak, but the important thing is that you are a trailblazer to your people. You know, you're a trailblazer to your community in the similar way that I'm a trailblazer to my community, and I have a lot of trouble sometimes taking credit for this. Unsure, Mama Bear. But I have a lot of trouble taking credit for this. But I know that I have made an impact on people here in my community and outside, and way outside my community as well, when I'm so open about like how I'm doing, or, you know, mental health struggles that I've gone through, my story, etc., so forth, my struggle with my parents and all that other stuff. You know, it makes people feel not so alone in the world, and that was kind of the whole point creating Mental Health Monday. Like, basically, I got my degree. I have a master's in mental health counseling. I'm no one's therapist, but always your future mental health advocate. But like, you know, I don't have my licensure about it, but I always wanted to do something about mental health and about mental health advocacy. So that's why I made Mental Health Monday, because I wanted to make sure people knew that they weren't alone and how they felt. Maybe people's experiences weren't exactly alike, but they were alike enough that we could know that we have someone else that like shares our struggle or shares some similar struggle. So when people see me talk, you know, they tell me like, you know what, it helped me feel more valid, you know, help me seek help basically because of Mental Health Monday, because of what one of my guests said about something or other, you know. And I agree, Kiri. It's very important to remind yourself of what you've done.
Yeah, and growing up I never reminded myself of like what I did, and so like now, since I'm in this space and I've been doing this for 2 years, I'm like, it's about time I start letting myself know the cool things that I've done, right? So I don't know, it does take a minute.
I don't know if I'm at that stage yet, because I don't know. I've been trying to take more, I guess like this is advice that I've been given before too, is like take more pride in your wins, like take your wins, like celebrate them, and it's okay to celebrate them, and it's okay to be prideful. There's nothing like inherently wrong or evil about that.
Yes, but I think that we grew up
that it was,
at least in the way I grew up, is that if you're talking about your wins when other people didn't win, it's it makes you look like the villain,
right?
Which is why I'm okay with it, because I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be the villain. Like if I'm happy about something, I'm gonna be happy about something. If I'm proud of myself for something, I'm gonna be proud of myself for something. If you feel hurt about me being proud of myself, then that's something that you need to work on for you, not something
I agree
that I need to do.
I agree completely. Yeah.
But it took a long time for me to get to that point, and I'm happy that I'm here. I'm having moments where I do struggle. I'm not perfect, but I'm happy that I have gotten to this point, and I know like younger me would be really proud, because younger me had such a fucking issue doing that. So
same.
Was that the juicy question?
No.
Oh, okay.
You didn't answer it either.
What was the question?
The original.
I'm not answering the questions.
I know, it's great. That's fine. That's the point.
Yes and a no at the same time.
Yeah. So I asked you, is there something? Is there a position? Is there? It can be a number if you want it to be a number. That's fine. I'm not gonna hate you if you say a number. Okay. Is there something that you would equate to quote unquote making it?
Okay. Equating it to making it is I want to eventually be a part of a gaming entertainment show, whether that is something that is like Rooster Teeth or G4 or
there you go,
an IGN network stuff, or
whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, maybe being a host in a show or a game show, or being able to work somewhere and produce content for them while also having my own content. That to me is making it.
Speak it into existence. What is it called?
Manifesting?
Manifesting, yeah. Manifest it.
Oh, I am really big on manifesting.
Become the next Austin show. Become a better Austin show that isn't just side piping fucking for 3 hours.
I actually applied for Lover Host 2 times.
Did you? How'd that go?
So I made it to, when I first applied, I made it to the interview rounds where I was so nervous. I had to wait an hour to get interviewed. And once I got through, I was so nervous and sweaty, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're so sweet. I don't think you have a backbone in your like body though, because you've just been so nice answering all these questions. And so we're gonna ask you a question, like, who out of all of us would you vote off like right now?" And I was like, "Oh, y'all don't think I got a backbone? You're asking questions where you're not necessarily trying to see that from me, but like now you are." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And so like I picked the person, I labeled the reason why, and they were like, "Oh, okay." Didn't make it. The second time, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna be more confident walking into this." This is my second time doing this, and I thought it went well, but they still didn't get chosen because they tend to pick people who are like have more like followers and stuff, more of like a pull or a reach.
Cloud and chasing,
like, basically, like,
in disguise.
Like that, it sucks because I think I would be cool for the show.
Oh no, I'm about to get you canceled real quick. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Cloud chasing, just like hover. Do 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 do.
You're gonna get me canceled. You're gonna keep me canceled.
Yeah.
There is actually, I mean, I personally know the creators of Hover. Like, know the intentions of Hover, but there are some individuals on the platform themselves who circle into clout chasing.
It's like any platform, but
yeah,
I see it. I see it a lot that way.
Yeah, every platform is an MLM under disguise, like disguise or something. That's how I see it. I use Hover. I mean, I was a judge for Hover, and like I get it, and I get like how the platform works, and it's definitely unique, and a lot different than how TikTok does things because they tend to suppress some Twitch clips, which I don't get. But I don't know. It's definitely an interesting platform. I'm curious to see it go. What is it called? I'm curious to see it like go, or how it's going to be in like 3 years. Because it's either going to be good or bad.
I don't know. I have a negative view of the whole thing.
That's 100% valid. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you you're wrong or anything like that, and be like, yeah, no, I
don't know. I just IMO feel like it was just like it's just a giant cult chasing MLM, and it's like, bro, you basically made TikTok but just for creators. So who's on the platform? Only creators. Like, where's your audience? Where's your fans? You already have TikTok. Why bother?
I am someone coming from Tumblr, so like if I know anything. I'm like, yeah, I get this. Okay.
See, we're not an MLM here. We're just not a cult.
Also, I told my mods that I eat soggy chips because I was like, yeah, why not? See soggy chips, and I never corrected it. Like it was a bit that I was doing, but I never told anyone it was a bit. Instead, I just kind of let it die. And one of my mods was watching like the VODs and was like, "You eat soggy chips?" And I was like, "Oh, I never told anyone that I didn't do that, but like now everyone thinks I do it. I'll just keep it. It's whatever."
That's great.
So, but yeah, no, that's. Did I answered it this time, right?
You answered it this time. Good job. Yay. All right, Blizz wants to be the next Austin show, but better.
I feel like I could do it.
Better, blacker. I don't know. That sounds bad. I mean, honestly, though.
Humanity. Bigger, blacker box.
Bigger, blacker dick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I have this thing. You should implement this thing at some point. Maybe not.
Wait, what is the thing?
It's called featured.chat. But where'd the name Blizzb3ar come from? A listener asked.
I was gonna tweet this actually, and might just tweet it now as we're talking. My name comes from Maple Story. I played Maple Story for 7 years.
Really? Yes.
Maple Story is one of my main games, along with Mabinogi, and I was also a WoW player for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
But
Love MapleStory.
I wanted to be polar bear.
Oh.
MapleStory didn't work. I also wanted to be panda bear. Didn't work. And so I was like, what's close to polar? Blizzard, I guess. So I did Blizzard3ar. Didn't work. And then Blizzb3ar with a 3 because the E was also taken. And that's kind of how it stuck for about like 7 years. And then, yeah, I kind of just, when I got to Twitch, I was like, oh, Blizzb3ar works. And then I just became Blizz moving forward. I wouldn't change it too. I was always afraid that like I have like 0 discoverability because there's a 3 in my name. But I'm like, even if you look up Blizzb3ar, like it still is Blizzb3ar with an E. It still goes to me too. So, but yeah.
Nice.
How'd you come up with your name?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Okay. Oh, I have to guess them.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Related? I thought you were gonna give me like a question, like a multiple choice. Does it relate to your name? Like,
no. No, my real name is Henry.
Okay.
And everyone knows that, but everyone knows I don't like to go by that.
Oh, is Wobbuffet your favorite Pokemon?
It is my second favorite Pokemon, yes.
Second favorite?
Yeah, I know.
Favorite?
Snorlax.
No, it's valid.
He's big. He eats food.
Yeah. I'm a Cyndaquil main.
Honestly, Cyndaquil was one of my first starters, so valid.
Same. I played Pokemon
Hell
Crystal.
yeah.
It's my first Pokemon.
Yes, Crystal is so good.
And Cyndaquil is literally a sleepy baby that sets the world on fire. And I'm like, cool. I'll take it.
Yeah. So yeah, Waba from WabaFit. And then streams, because I stream.
Yeah.
Although now I kind of like low-key hate people who have like TTV on their names, so I hate myself a little bit for having streams, but whatever, it's fine. I wanted Waba, but like I don't think it's available.
Yeah.
So I just have to wait for partner. So yeah, so Blizz just like raided me for like 15 days in a row, so I get partner. Thanks.
I got you.
Yeah.
just so I can change my name.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Get a couple extra emotes maybe tacked on there.
I'm like at this point where I'm just like, because I have like about like 10 emote slots open.
Oh shit, really?
And I'm like, what do I do? So I've just been making random things.
Ask your community.
Yeah, we just got the Blizzb3ar because my artist came in and I was like, can you make a bear with a bisexual heart? And they were like, okay, yeah, I'm on it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then they were like done in like 2 days. And I was like, sick.
I mean, yeah, I just commissioned these ones. And honestly, I would commission from this guy again because he is a beautiful artist. Like, these are just so fucking cute.
Those are really cute.
And then every other emote I made myself except for this one. It was made by Aya. I have BTTV, so it's really hard to see.
Yeah.
All my emotes.
Yeah, it's really nice to, I don't know, once you find a creator that like, I don't know, just makes it kind of easy to work with. My first emote artist disappeared.
Fuck.
Like I had them for, I think my Blizzb3ar heart is a different design than every other polar bear, and I'm slowly like transitioning the emotes out when I start noticing people aren't using them a lot.
Same.
Like, I just need to get rid of these old
You know what tells you how popular they are?
Yeah, it does.
On your creator. Yeah.
It sucks because the new polar bear didn't get implemented till last year, like last year.
Right. So you're like, I don't want to pull it, but like no one uses it.
We're waiting to see people not use it anymore, and then we're fine. But for now, I still have them, or I'll probably make them like follower emotes. But I'm like very interested in just having the polar bear I have now, because it's a cute polar bear. And also there's 2 artists that I work with now.
That's awesome.
One that does the wiggle one that's in chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very cute little.
That is very like stylized. I love it.
It's very stylized and very cute. And this is someone who's a part of like a stream team I'm on. They don't do the art for only people who are part of the stream team, but like majority of the time I like going through people who are like on the stream team, just so like they can get their money and stuff too, because I'm like, oh, you do cool stuff, and I've seen like what you've done with like Loganolio's wiggle, and I want to have one that's similar too. So I don't know. Art is so cool. Like creators who create emotes are so fucking cool, and I'm just sitting here like, help. But I found some really cool people like in the past year.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me another juicy question. Another juicy question.
I have a few good juicy questions. What is oh shit, I had it before. You said something about emotes and artists and I lost it and it's somewhere there. Oh, no, that's not it.
I would say again, I am an open book. I've already said a lot of things on I don't know if you know What's the Safe Words podcast, but I am a guest on there where you talk about everything. So
hell yeah. What's your favorite drink?
like I go to a bar and order a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My favorite go-to drink, I'm gonna have two answers for this, is a tequila sunrise. I'm a huge fan of tequila. I also like wine and cider, but another drink that I've had that it's really hard to replicate is it's a drink with vodka, elderflower, or elderflower syrup, lavender, and I want to say like probably like Sprite or something, and it was really good because I just love how elderflower tastes.
Elderflower.
I think it's called elderflower. It's either elderflower or elderberry, but I'm pretty sure it's the flower. Yeah, it's elderflower.
Interesting. I'm trying to find a list of questions that I had, and it's like it's gonna come to me one of these days. What's your favorite flower?
Lavender.
Lavender.
Yeah, or lavender or peonies.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them in this game I play, so.
Hell yeah.
Cute.
I'm gonna find it. Let's see your collab. Oh yeah, is there anything on your streamer bucket list? I found them.
Like, could you give me an example of like what a streamer bucket list would be? Like an example of it? Or say one that's on yours?
I mean, so this is part of my like who would I collab with, but so streamer bucket list is like things that you'd really want to do as a streamer, as a content creator in general that you have yet to do. So something I want to do is I want to do similar to what Jerma985 has done with like the live action sim house.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be fucking hilarious. I think I'm a really good actor, so I could literally like just do that and be hilarious.
I would want to do I don't know if you've seen this thing that QT Cinderella did, which is a camp show. Something where I get a bunch of creators in a house together just to like create content for like a week, and we have like different events where it's like maybe you have
like a Big Brother kind of household, except like a Big Brother content creation.
It's either something like Real World or something like Big Brother where people get voted off or something. I think that would be kind of cool to do. I also want to do a traveling stream where I visit some place outside of the US and stream. And then yeah, so I think that's kind of on my bucket list. I do want to work with Datoon on doing a paranormal stream, because Datoon's been doing paranormal streams recently where they visit IRL places to talk to spirits and stuff like that, and I'm like, I want to do it.
That's
but like,
funny.
Who's to say if that's already in the books? Who's to say?
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. You heard it here first. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Okay, correct answer.
Purple.
You can stay. You can stay on.
Warm purples everywhere.
Okay, we're gonna go to my actual questions, because like, so I've actually asked you none of the questions that I normally ask my creators.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. We went off the rails because I just like introduced you and then I like had other questions about you.
Yeah, and we're just chatting.
We're literally just chatting.
Literally just chatting.
Yeah, so how has content creation affected your mental health, and How has your mental health affected your content creation? That is the titular question of the night.
Okay. So content creation has affected my mental health for the most part for the better. I was working I was working a government job while also streaming, and then I realized I was a lot happier streaming than working my government job. And
What
plus,
kind
like,
of government job are you allowed to talk about?
I can say I worked with satellites for
Okay.
the British aerospace engineering.
Oh, I know what you're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So I can't really talk more about
Yep.
it.
No, I
in
know.
Life, but
I know. You're fine. I know.
I did that, and I realized halfway through that I felt more comfortable being. I feel like in my own job, I wasn't being unapologetically myself. Versus when I would go to stream, I was being unapologetically me. So I kind of took the risk.
There's masking, right?
Yeah, I took the risk, and I also like kind of saved up, where to the point where it was okay for me to do so, even financially, and I was making more in that moment than my government job. So I was like, okay, I'm fine. And then I kind of just continued it, and my mental health has been like pretty good. For the most part, I was able to learn strategies of having camera fright or stage fright. I hate
Really?
cameras. Yep.
Wow.
You would never know.
I would never know. For sure.
I hate cameras. I accidentally said that during one stream where someone was like, Blizz, like, what are you even afraid of? And I like dissociated in the middle of that question and just went, cameras. I mean, not really, but like, and I was like, I meant to say animatronics, but not really. So yeah, cameras are just like a one of those things. Even taking pictures is one of those things that it's an issue for me here and there because I don't feel 100% comfortable taking pictures a lot. Even though like growing up, I took a bunch of pictures. It's just now, especially being perceived by the internet world, sometimes you have to overanalyze your photos that you share. And it makes photos not a lot of fun here and there.
It sounds like you're... Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Wait, sounds like I'm what?
I was gonna say it sounds like you're starting to fall into that like, like the body check type ish or like. Yeah. Because that can fucking really kill your sense of like self.
Yeah, and I've noticed it. I've noticed it very early, but it's also an unfair. I don't want to say narrative, but unfair narrative that was put on me by other people actually, because the internet would over-sexualize me, or try to find over-sexual photos, or like not over-sexual photos, but sexual photos of me on the internet,
and they're going to
forums and shit, and I'm just like, what the hell? This is very inappropriate, and like
it is.
I already have issues. Yeah, I'm like I already have issues posting pictures of myself on the internet, and now I'm concerned like someone's using this for like their own personal gain or something like that. And I got tired of like just basically being sexualized, and so even now like I've been posting photos. I've been like a lot better about doing so because I post photos every time I go live. But like even outside that, I've been getting back into the motions of like posting photos when I'm like hanging out with friends or like being out or like being outside or stuff like that. But yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I forgot the question. What was the question, Waba?
Do you really want me to answer that, Blizz?
Yeah, what was the question? Because I forgot.
No, I like this. We're talking about body dysmorphia. Well, not body dysmorphia, but like body checks and like, feeling kind of dissociated from like I want to post something on social media, but now I feel icky because like people are looking at me and people are looking at me like I don't want to be fucking perceived.
And I think that answers the question of how has content creation affected your mental health, which was the original question. Got it.
Damn it.
Got there.
It's all right.
But yeah, like because of how I've grown and like
absolutely
how I've been doing things, there are some people who don't really understand like my comfortability level or my boundaries or anything like that, and they post shit like that where they're like, does anyone have nudes of Blizzb3ar? Does anyone have like dirt on Blizzb3ar on forums? And I'm like, why am I in your head rent free? That's weird.
Does anyone have nudes of Blizzb3ar?
fight you.
Just say yes, my boyfriend, every night.
No, not even. I don't think.
That's fair, honestly.
Because I'm not the type of person to like. Personally, I'm not the type of person to like post nudes or like send nudes to anyone.
That's fair. Maybe you don't have to be.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
No. If you listen, the whole point of body positivity, because we're very body positive here, is you own your own body, and you own whatever decisions you want to make about your body, whether that's physical, taking a photo, taking a video, whatever, and whoever you want to share it with, intimately. Post on OnlyFans. You know, again, backtrack like full circle to the first topic. Sex work is real work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
so whatever you're comfortable with is what people should just like expect from you. You know, so to speak. You know, people shouldn't expect anything from you, but you know what I mean. Like they should 100%. They should come into a chat and come into your space with respect to those kind of things.
100%. And I feel like because I was very overly sexualized, like a lot younger before starting consecration or anything like that, I just like, and I'm speaking like 18, but I was just like not having, I don't enjoy it now where people are doing it, because I'm just like, this is not what
it's uncomfortable.
And yes, it's very uncomfortable, and this is not where I like,
because you're not consenting to it.
Yeah, I'm not consenting to it at all.
Twitch isn't a dating site. I'm sorry.
Twitch isn't a dating site, and I also understand some people have dated on Twitch.
Although Blizz, I hate to break it to you, in my chat, people have found at least 3 couples that we've created now.
Yeah.
Oops.
It happens. It
does happen because people got to know each other, and then it worked out.
People get to know each other IRL, and it works out. But like, they didn't have intentions on like finding their significant other in your chat. But like, it just happens. So
it did just happen, and then it was like anime. It was like, I don't know if they also like me back, and then like we got a call from the other person, like, I don't know if they like me back, and we were just like, maybe you should just talk to each other or something. You know, you fucking anime kids. I swear to God.
You kids, and you're not talking to each other. Go talk to each other.
Yeah,
but,
literally.
Yeah, I think that successfully answered how mental health has affected my consecration, how consecration has affected my mental health.
Damn, you answered that way too fast. Now I gotta ask you a juicy follow-up question.
You weren't ready. You weren't ready for my answer.
Oh, Blizz, my dear. I am always ready for any answer.
God.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. Have you ever dealt with a mental health kind of like crisis in your life? Have you ever like gone into like a depression or anxiety or bipolar or dissociation, whatever?
I've had a panic attack on stream before, like very, very early, like pre-partner, where someone completely disrespected a boundary of mine, and I didn't really know how to handle the situation, and like my mods knew, and I had a panic attack, and I had to like take a break for 15 minutes to like get my shit together. And it was honestly, it's something that I'm always going to remember, which like sucks, because I never want to be put in that situation again. But because I never want to be put in that situation again, I've learned a couple of things about how to set boundaries on stream and how to, I don't know, control the space that you created.
Exactly. So, and unfortunately, it is kind of sometimes one of those things where you have to learn on the fly.
It sucks, but I now know how to do it, which is very important.
Good. It's very important. I agree. It's important for your sanity. It's important for your mod sanity.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm wondering further, you know, have you ever had to like stop a stream entirely because of something like that?
I haven't been put in a situation, knocking on wood, I haven't been put in a situation where I've had to stop stream immediately because of the situation. Majority of the time I give myself a break for however long I need to. I'll just put on some stream pairs or Gartic on stream and do what I need to do in that moment to protect myself. And then if I feel comfortable continuing stream, majority of the time I do, but my mods are also really good of like, hey, if you need to take a step back, you need to do it. because
Same.
we're here for you, but like bestie, you need to take care of yourself.
Same.
And I'm like,
I've told my moms to call me out for that kind of shit. Just like check in with me and be like, Waba, have you drinking water? Have you eaten food, Waba? You know, and I appreciate them for that.
I appreciate them so much because like all my mods have been a part of my community for over a year now, so they've seen they've seen the transition into me being a Twitch partner because they were there during like me affiliate, and they've seen those moments of me like stating my boundaries and what I am comfortable with, so they automatically know if someone comes in the chat disrespectful, they're just banned because like we're not gonna deal with it.
We're not gonna entertain it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not the one, you know.
And most of the time, I ban people first before my mods because I know for a fact that mods are about to rip them to shreds. And I'm like, I'm only doing this for your protection now.
Yeah.
Because I know this community is also going to rip you apart.
I either ban or I play with like we get occasional like really fun trolls, and sometimes they can stick around because they're harmless trolls. Yeah. But then other times, this is one that I got. Look out for this one because I didn't know about this. And I actually talked to one of my best friends in VTuber Vess about this because this troll came in the middle of mental health. It was either Mental Health Monday or some other stream. But like they are asking about, do you believe humans have free will? And I was like, yeah. Also, that's like a complicated question, not an easy question. Like, yeah. Next question. But the influence, yeah. And I realized I didn't realize it until someone told me much later, because their line of logic was like, because everyone is influenced by something and you can't control the influences in your life, thereby no one has free will. And I was like, whatever, for argument's sake, let's say no. Let's say sure, no one has free will, what of it? And they're like, nope, that's it. I just wanted to like ask you because it was a curious thing to talk about. I'm like, no, it's not. You came in here and now you're gaslighting me about it. Like, no, now you're gaslighting. You obviously had a point. Like, what was your point? And so let me tell you. Let me inform you what the point is. Okay. Because this is something I didn't know, and I have to make I felt I had to make an apology for. And I haven't made a public apology, but here's my public apology. So just in case you see this in other chats, ban them instantly. Okay. Because what this question begs is eventually, basically, effectively, and Mama Bear had it right, and I didn't read her chats at the time, and I felt bad, but it basically begs the question of like, people don't have to take responsibility for horrible shit they do. So basically, it was effectively trying to justify like mass shootings and other like racism, sexism, etc., so forth. Just basically being like, well, these shooters and these awful people that did awful things were influenced, so they didn't really have free will. So just because you said people don't have free will, like I'm agreeing with you, and that means you're a fucking sympathizer for all these mass shooters. I'm like, bro.
Oh like, my god. Okay.
That is where that line of logic goes. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's where that line of logic goes, and he didn't go there either. Because literally, when he was gaslighting me, I'm like, you're gaslighting me now. So either fucking explain yourself, get banned, or fuck off. Either way, and they didn't speak again. But that's where that line of logic goes. So if you ever see that in your chats, just ban someone who fucking asks.
Thank you for letting me know. And
yeah, because I didn't fucking know that that's where that logic goes. But that's apparently where that fucking logic goes. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, right. Like it was just like it was an interesting question initially. I was like, do humans have free will? I'm like, yeah, I think so. But they also kept calling people, well, what if an agent? What? Why would an agent choose choice A over choice B? I'm like, why are you calling a person an agent? Yeah, but the agents. I mean, shit. Mr. Buttlicker was better than them.
What are they? Are we James Bond? I'm confused.
They kept calling them agents. It was great.
That's so
I thought it was about abortion somehow. I mean, it might be.
Probably also might be connected. I don't know. Who's to say? People are just... I've noticed people on the internet have
Mr. Buttlicker. Mr. Buttlicker was great. Mr. Buttlicker had a name in Russian that literally translated to Buttlicker. So I called him Mr. Buttlicker. Or the person who was like, are you bullish on mental health? Because they're asking me about crypto. I'm like, I don't fuck with crypto. And they're like, are you bullish on mental health? I'm like, I am bullish on mental health. We push the self-care here. Oh, yeah, we push the taking care of yourself and taking time for yourself and getting therapy. I'm talking doctor.
Crypto isn't self-care. You're not taking care of yourself.
No, you're not.
Or NFTs.
Yeah, or NFTs.
Say it. I don't care.
Fuck off. NFTs are shit.
That's not self-care. You're actually hurting yourself, and that's it. That's but yeah, that's so. I don't know. That's so interesting.
It's so interesting, but it's so icky. Trolls are getting interesting. Listen, okay, I'm gonna tell you a secret about me. Yeah. I used to be. Also, I'm not going with you. I have a juicy more question, but
okay.
So I used to be back in high school. I got bullied a lot.
Okay.
Shocker. A lot for being fat. Shocker. And at a certain point in time, I became emotionally masochistic, where I would basically bait the trolls and give them a reason to hate me. I later learned this about myself, that I did this in order to have some sort of sense of control.
Yeah.
Over the bullying. So obviously it's very unhealthy, but like that's what I did. So nowadays, whenever it comes to any troll, I'm literally just like, none of you have original material. Like, if you're gonna say something, if you're gonna troll me, you better fucking come really strong and really original and make me laugh, or you're just gonna get instant ban. Like, if you just like outright stupid racist, like that's an instant ban. But if you're like a little sneaky about it, I get entertained from them. And I know I'm probably just feeding them a little bit by doing this, but like, I'm really just entertained by the actual like good trolls. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I normally, like, when I tell trolls shit, I'm just like, your comment's not original whatsoever.
Yeah.
I went to public school and I was openly queer in public school.
Right.
So like, I'm gonna need you to try a little bit harder.
Try hard. Right.
Like,
absolutely.
Come on. Bring your best content here.
Bring your A game.
That's what you're trying to do.
Seriously. The other ones that I get mad at, because I get mad at trolls sometimes for not following through.
Yeah.
Because this is something I'm actually big on, like, just in general, like as an advocate, because I'm just like, try to be the best person that you can be. Like, I want everyone to grow up and to be their like best potential of person.
Yeah.
So like when a troll comes in and starts like one half of a joke line and wants me to like say something out loud, and usually it's like a D's nuts one.
Yeah.
And like I won't read it out loud first. I'll just like look at it and I'll be like it's obvious that I'm looking at chat.
Yeah.
And then I sound it out in my head and I make sure it's not a racial slur. And then I'll say it and then I'm like, okay, da 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 da.
You're a lot better than me, because like there's moments, I only do it for some people, but
they don't fucking say it. They don't fucking write the second message. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so mad. And I'm like, I set you up perfectly. Just say it. Just type enter. Come on.
There's like, I read every comment like out loud sometimes, but I only do it to people who are sub to me. If I don't see like any badge next to your name or anything like that, I'm just like, I actually read your message. But if you've been a part of the community, you could probably catch me with a D's nuts joke very easy if you have like a VIP next to your name, or you have like a 9-month sub next to your name. And I'm like,
going for it.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I'm gonna log into my alt account.
But what I was gonna say, and I actually had this conversation with, I don't know if you know Defined by Kai. She has worked with Achievement Hunter. So she came over to my house and did a co-stream with me, which was really cool. And we were just talking about people on the internet, because she's a black woman on the internet working in a predominantly white space. Because that's what Achievement Hunter like used to be, and a lot of their audience tends to be, following that. The comments that she gets sometimes is very annoying, and I just have questions of like, how do people have the audacity sometimes to say things? But I also, on the other side,
what do you mean they have the audacity? because how dare a black woman? Like, what the fuck, huh? Like, yeah, people are super fucking racist, basically, is what the answer is.
Yeah, it's what it is. And then I kind of see it too, that like, obviously you're upset about something, and I'm the first person that you went to talk about you being upset, because you don't necessarily have the support system to help you understand your upsetness. And like, if you yelling at me through the internet about something is going to make your day better, I think you need to look at yourself.
I like yelling at people. Liz, have you taken care of yourself today?
Yeah, I think so.
If you're drinking water.
I'm drinking water, and I went to the gym to work out because I wanted to get some good chemicals in my brain. And
Did you eat some yummy foods today?
I'm currently eating dinner as we're
What's for
talking.
dinner?
I had a HelloFresh box, and I did a pecan crusted chicken with a honey mustard sauce, basically.
Can you show the chat?
Yeah, I haven't finished it, but it's like here you have the pecan.
That sounds
crusted
glorious.
chicken.
I feel bad because it's been going cold.
Oh, don't worry, you're good.
Blizz, I'm proud of you.
No. What the hell? Thanks. I'm also proud of you.
No.
I'm also proud of you.
ridiculous.
I'm not doing a no you. I'm doing an and you.
It's no us.
And you. No.
I'm stealing. I steal everything. I clout chase and steal from Mindset by Dave. So it's no us.
No us. Okay. No us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Thank you. So I do have to go.
No, I know because you want to.
I gotta eat, and I also have to do true crime stuff. But thank you so much for having me on, and using your platform to help amplify voices like me. I really do appreciate it. And
Always.
I know
That's what I feel is my responsibility, honestly.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And I like how you handle your content and like the conversations that you have in your content. I felt comfortable coming here is basically what I'm saying, because I was just like, oh,
I'm
cool,
glad.
we get to talk about like mental health and get to talk about like queerness and shit like that. So
No, I'm super glad that you felt comfortable because that's ultimately what I want to create. I want to create a comfortable space for someone to talk about anything and not have to feel like judged or whatever. Mom Bear's angry at me because I'm not asking her question. What's your Harry Potter house?
Oh, I'm Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I feel like I would be Hufflepuff, but I'm a Ravenclaw. And was there a second part of the question? I think I saw it.
Something about I don't understand the fucking second part of the question. Would you believe that Ollivander is neutral good or true neutral? I guess the person who gave out the wands. I think he's just neutral good. He gives wands to people.
Yeah, I would say neutral, because I'm chaotic neutral. If I can
fictional
cause
character,
chaos, I probably will do it. I don't know.
What fictional character do you aspire to be when you were growing up? 5 seconds.
Wait, what character?
What fictional character did you aspire to be when you were growing up? Yeah.
I'm gonna be a superhero, so I would say Superman probably.
Superman?
Yeah,
Alright.
I have a Superman tattoo, so like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Alright, Superman, we love you. Thank you so much for chatting with us. We should maybe do this again another time. Because I have more juicy. I'm gonna write it down a list of juicy questions for Blizz. I'm gonna start a whole new channel in my personal Discord. It's gonna be great.
Questions to ask Blizz. Look, hit me with those juicy questions.
Be like Blizz on June 3rd at 8:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You said this during your stream. You said this during your stream, and then you tweeted this. You want to explain?
Yeah, 100%.
Take you to court.
Take you to court. 100%. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. You're beautiful.
Yeah. And then I'll see you all later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Come catch Waba live only on Twitch.
I'm gonna play this only because there's new people here, but if you're interested in what we do here, I am a variety content creator with a focus on mental health peer support. We do things such as Final Fantasy Friday, Saturday Dungeons and Dragons, Saturday Sims, Sunday Stardew Valley, and Monday is Mental Health Monday. And that's where we'll end the YouTube video, I think. So bye, YouTube.